Alright. We should be streaming. Hopefully, everything is working the way that I expect it to work. But you never know with YouTube. You can never be sure. So I'm just gonna hang out for a sec here. Make sure that everything is streaming all right. See if anybody pops into the chat. We're a little bit earlier than usual this week because Seattle is currently preparing and/or transitioning into its second snowpocalypse of the week, which is to say we're getting 4 to 6 inches in the next 24 hours or so, which by Seattle standards is a lot. And it is not something that we necessarily have the infrastructure to properly deal with, and a lot of Seattle residents don't have the experience to properly navigate. So, school was called off early, long story short. Anywho, we're here in Vermilion City. We took care of Route 11 over to the east, and I think today, most likely, we're going to take care of the SSN. Depending on how timing goes, we may also take care of the Vermilion City gym. Again, we're kind of maxing out at 2 hours, I think. Anyhow, I don't see anyone popping into the chat just yet, but I may just start. I think that might be the way to go. Yeah, I'll just get going. I'll keep an eye on the chat, see if anybody pops in. I'm gonna turn on my controller again. There we go. Alright, so we're heading to the SSN. From what I remember, it's mostly a combination of water and fighting types, other than the rival battle. So Bellary should be useful, and the various poison folks probably will be fine against the fighting. Ooh. Game audio might have been a little loud there, I'm sorry. Hey, clothing. Excellent. Let's immediately change into a good outfit. Yeah, I'm really into character dress up if you were not aware. So I'm extremely hype to have some different outfits. By and large, I didn't love a lot of the options in this game in terms of aesthetics, but they're fine. You know, I never tried surfing over there. Curious. I'm sure there's a truck there, but I don't know if there's any prize. Hey! So yeah, the weird timeline continuity of this game is starting to really kick in and demonstrate that, okay, Red and Blue went on an adventure before the events of this game, and I guess they just didn't deal with Team Rocket at all. You're not a traitor. So this session's going to be a fair amount of just going from room to room and fighting trainers. Alright, we still have Sneck, who is kind of lagging behind. I think I remember Acid being slightly more capable in terms of damage, but that's still not great. Let's give it Poison Sting, see what happens. I might just need to stick to Bite. Well, there goes the idea to bite him. Still no ground types yet, but I believe I have Dig over here. Yeah. Dora Jr. might also have Dig. So one hope that I have is that we managed to maintain a decent frame rate on this stream. We had some issues towards the end of the last stream. I bumped the resolution down to 720 rather than 1080, which should help bitrate problems. And I don't think this game looks noticeably worse at 720, and it's a stream anyway, so... Alright, I'm gonna tweet out real quick that I'm streaming. How do I get the... There we go, video URL. Alright, gonna mute briefly so that I don't have a bunch of typing noises. Hey, we got someone. Hello, Sean. Good to have somebody. Oh man, this guy knows strength. Alright, so links should be tweeted. I haven't really, like, tweeted out as I go live for the previous, previous entries, previous installments of this adventure. I think the first one auto-tweeted because that was a function of YouTube before it decided to get even worse. Which, you know, it does. I'm considering switching over to Twitch, but I don't know if that would actually fix any of the problems I've had. Oh, butts. Let's bite real quick. I imagine Sneck could get a bite in there, but it wouldn't be great damage. I forget, is that lady who orders a cherry pie or whatever, is she now the healer on here? Because there was a healer, I feel like. Or maybe I'm mixing it up with SS Aqua. Haze? No, we don't need haze. Right, that just clears... Yeah, stat changes, we don't need that. Minor revives, yeah. I'd prefer not to go on long walking expeditions back to the Pokemon Center. unfortunately got a lot of healing to do. So like my top members are, I think, basically on level with the trainer levels. Bellery's 19, got a couple 18s. But it's Snack and Zubam Ostrich who we're struggling with. 51. Yeah, okay. Just checking. So I have a feeling this guy is electric types. Anyway, what's happening in the world right now that's worth talking about on a Pokemon stream? What's happening in people's lives? So we've got the Seattle Snowpocalypse 2019 here, which any location that gets a reasonable amount of snow is laughing at. And especially on like I look at the Seattle subreddit sometimes, and there's always just one or two people per thread who's like, man, y'all are babies. Y'all suck. I can't believe you all suck so much. And it's like, alright, calm down, dude. But I've had unfortunate incidents with snow before. I've gotten in accidents. Not because of negligence, but because, oh hey, I just straight up don't have traction and I'm just skidding for about 150 feet towards a car that is not moving. So that's fun. So I'm just, you know, I've gotten groceries and I'm gonna stay home. It should be fine. But, you know, I have that luxury. I don't have to go to work on weekends normally, so I have a lot less reason to leave the house. The thing I've observed about snow is that it's really neat for, like, a little bit. Then after a couple days, the novelty wears off, and, like, there's footprints everywhere, and it's just, you know, you're like, alright, we can go back to normal. Bellery's getting up to evolution pretty soon, huh? That'll be good. Yeah, I'm fairly close to a major roadway. I'm in a subdivision, but just up the hill there's a major roadway that gets pretty clear pretty soon. So it's really a matter of getting out to that roadway if I need to do anything. Yeah, I mean, Seattle isn't too great about heat waves either, Sean. We'll cop to that. We're good at a light drizzle 38 to 40 weeks out of the year. And then we get like one snow every other year, and then 1 week of total heat wave in August. And it's those little bits that everyone freaks out about. Heat waves generally don't shut down the city, though, so that's good. Gosh. Let's just see what Ostrich can do. Yeah, I've never been to Britain, so I cannot claim complete authenticity and knowledge of what Britain is like. My knowledge gathered from like podcasts that I've hosted in Britain is that like people really should have air conditioning by now, because it happens every year that it's way too hot, but they just don't. Seattle is actually pretty similar. The house I'm in has air conditioning, which is cool, in more ways than one. But like my parents' house doesn't have air conditioning. We just have a lot of doors and windows that we open and fans that we stick in the windows. my old place down in Portland, you know, you'd think it wouldn't get that hot, my particular room, because I basically had a window out to the flat side of another building. So you'd think, oh, the building, oh golly, the building would just block the sun. But no, that is not what happened. And while I wouldn't say it was an oven, I would say it was kind of a sauna in my room. So not great. Let's try Zubam. I really want to give the non-Bellaries a chance to shine. Zubam, do you have Absorb? No, I think I got rid of Absorb. That's okay. Goldeen is faster than Zubam, though. It's good to know. I have it in my mind that... Oh, never mind. I have it in my mind that Zubat and its ilk are fast, but that might just be Crobat. At least you don't have to worry about gaining happiness with Zubat. Since there's no Crobat in this game, I don't need to worry about winning match after match with it. Okay, 55 base speed for a you know, entry level, base level Pokemon isn't bad. I think that's relatively good. Goldeen is probably actually pretty fast though, huh? Yeah, Crobat with 130 is significant. And I guess eventually I just probably won't be outspeeding anything. Because I won't have any speed candies. Still managing to make do without using any candies, which is good. Okay, yeah, Goldeen's base 63. That's a weird number. IMO. Let's see if she's a healer. I don't think she is. Oh, yep, she is. Never mind, I wasted a revive. Oh well. That's like most of them, dude. Supposed to be a party boat. Okay, she's the... She orders a cherry pie in the original. I know this for some reason. That feels like an unnecessary translation change, but okay. Alright, Pokemon from all over the world. Is this going to be our first Alolan form? Not yet, at least. Should probably not have Ostogen here, though. So at some point they're going to start throwing Alolan forms at us. I think it might be here on the SSN. Because it is a world trotting thing. Is that true, Sean, that Mina's the only one? I could have sworn there were some trainer battles, but maybe not. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe like the first trade is in Vermilion. Yeah, you could have had an Alolan Raichu. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Hey! Good luck. Excellent. Yeah, she probably could have just found those in, you know, Route 1 in Vermilion Forest, so she didn't necessarily need to go around the world. That's okay. It was the journey. Oh, hey, something actually Ostrich is super effective against. Excellent. First one is Cerulean. I remember, I think I did in my original playthrough of this, when I was just playing through casually, I think I did every Alolan trade. But heck if I remember where they are. I don't think any of my Pokemon apply here, so it's not really something that I need to know for this playthrough. There we go, one-on-one, holding your own, Ostrich, excellent. I'd love to hold my own Ostrich. See, this could have been Looker, but no, they didn't do it. Why even bother retrofitting lore into some sort of greater continuity if you're not gonna do it all the time? Look at this, we can't even interact with the garbage cans. It's like they don't want us to look through the trash. Although admittedly a single Great Ball would be much less of a reward in this game compared to previous games. I wonder if these paintings or pictures are of anything. Can't really see him at this angle. This definitely looks like it's a thing. It's a shelter. And something else. Some eggs, maybe? That looks like a castle on the seaside. They're definitely maritime, kind of sea-themed images, but I cannot tell exactly what they are. I also could have just looked at them from this angle, I suppose. I know what that is, though. That's a dugong and a seal. That one I can tell. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Are we gonna fight? So, Seal, I forget if it's part ice as Seal or just as Dugong. That would be my concern bringing in Bellary. Let's poison it. It's probably a bulky little guy. Yeah, keep doing that. I'm a special attacker. Come on. Don't keep doing that. So water only. Might still have some ice moves? Come on. I could have gotten in 3 confusions by now. And it would have been much more worth it. Eat butts. Alright, Bellary, bring it in. Yeah, I found in my years of not doing just non-stop Pokemon playthroughs, my knowledge of very specific Pokemon information has atrophied. So I don't remember, like, every single type combination anymore. What have I become? That was a punch if I've ever seen one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I even really have a life, Sean, is the thing. I just grew up. And, like, had to put other things in my brain other than Pokemon knowledge. Like how to do my job. I mean, that's fair. My closest equivalent I have to having a life is playing Dungeons and Dragons, which, to be fair, I do have a lot of information crammed into my brain about. You know? I've finally reached a point where I sort of understand how the numbers are put together and can, like, figure things out on the fly occasionally. Howdy. Alright, Ostrich, let's try this one. Let's just do Confusion. No, probably not. Oh, maybe. Yeah, and Bellary's going to be really useful in Lieutenant Surge's gym also, since we'll resist electricity. So Bellary will be really good in Rock Tunnel. She's just going to be really useful. Well, I'm not a neuroscientist, so I don't know for sure. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. It's a good thing I have all these just little potions. Let's lead with Dora Jr. here, and then we've got good trainer. Oh, he's not even a trainer. Never mind. Alright. Well, SSN is going faster than I anticipated, so that's good. Just got this hallway, a rival fight, and learning Chop Down. And then we'll be good to go. I didn't need to bring out Dora Jr. for this. Sneck could have done this. Although it does have tackle, it could be a formidable opponent. Now, ordinarily, back in the golden days of Pokemon, there'd be a guy who would have 6 Magikarp, and he was specifically there so that you could grind speed EVs off of him. Now that they have the candy system in the Let's Go duo here, and probably in the inevitable Let's Go sequels, the 6 Magikarp guy is an antique. He is a relic of the past. He's not necessary anymore. So 1 will do it. Alright, here's something that Dora Jr. is well suited for. Don't burn, don't burn. Okay. Ah, rude. I guess it goes to show that they are rich, that they can afford full restores. There we go. Alright, Sneck level 26 level evolution. Because Bellary is here and ready to whip some ass. Sneck's got a ways to go. Hell yeah. Okay, wow. I don't think you have the right perspective on Pokemon, Mr. Lamar. I think you're judging them on back-asswards criteria. And frankly, your Pokemon is neither strong nor rare, so I don't know where you get off. Alright, let's bring out the big guns. Kick some butt! Boo. So what's happening in y'all's lives? What's going on in the world of the YouTube viewing audience? Well, here we go. Here begins the death spiral. Ah, yes. Entry-level jobs in the field, wanting experience. Yeah, I had, you know, a mixed bag. You know, I went to grad school right after college, and then went into a field that was, well, I started off as a substitute teacher, which is, there are not nearly enough substitutes, and there's plenty of demand. I was trying to be a full-on teacher, for which the field's a bit harder. But there's a lot of turnover, so they are more accepting of less experienced folks. So I had good fortune there. But I mean, I do not envy the job application cycle, Sean. I have been there. I was living there for a couple of years, and it was not the best. Alright, I think we're just about to face our rival. Heimholtz, is that his name? So let's lead with Dora Jr., since I think he leads with Pidgeotto. Himholtz. Not Heimholtz. Heimholtz is his father. And Himholtz also has fewer Pokemon on his team at any given time compared to our old pal Blue back in the day. Do I want Double Kick or do I want Bite? I don't know if it matters. But not a fan of the Sand Attack. It's not the most enjoyable situation. Zubam has Swift, but that's neutral effectiveness coming from a not particularly powerful Pokemon. And a fairly fragile one at that. But, well, I think Dora Jr. needs to go out on this turn here. Yeah, actually attack, thank you. Prefer you did less damage, though. Alright, with good RNG, this next one should do it. Unless... I assume at some point, Dora Jr. or some King Pun will get access to, like, Rock Throw or Rock Slide, which will be good for use against this Pidgeotto. Let's do the old do-si-do again. Love how bulky she is. So good. Alright, one more, here we go. Yo holla! At long last. Ooh, that's dope. Okay, so I didn't think that Uterino would get it by level up, but I was hoping that by TM you might have access to Rock Throw or Rock Slide. I don't even remember. I feel like those are TMs in at least some generation. I don't know which generations. But, I mean, Bolt Beam ain't bad either. Oh. Isn't it nice that they don't have the... Oh, come on. Isn't it nice that they don't have the... just constantly when you're at low health anymore? So that sucked. It lasted way too long. Should have gotten rid of that like Gen 2 or Gen 3, but nope. Nice. And your last team member, Oddish. I see how it is. I see what you're up to, Himholtz. I understand your game. Yeah, that's not good. Let's get Zubam in here. Hey Harsh, good to see you. Welcome to the SSAM. I'm really trying to figure out what niche Sneck is gonna fit into here. Because Zubam is our flying type. Dor Jr. and Sun King Pun are our ground types. Valerie's our grass type, and like Ostrich is working as a psychic type, I guess, but Snack just really doesn't have anything. That sounds wrong. What's your workout, Harsh? I had to fit in a run as best I could before 1, Snowpocalypse set in here, and 2, I streamed. So, I'm all running all the time. Snecka does have charisma, but at a certain point you need stats other than charisma. It's not like you can run a bard here. Actually, a debuff bard with like glare and wrap or other things to paralyze and lower speed. But what What are Snake's stats even? Let's see. So fast and strong. Not that strong compared to some King Pun. About the same speed as Zubam. I think part of it is that we've got 3 Pokemon evolved now. And Zubam is not one of them. Or, Snack is not one of them either. Yeah, Harsh, I want to do yoga, but whenever I think about doing yoga, I'm like, man, I hate yoga. Yoga sucks. I don't enjoy it at all. It would be really good for me, but I don't like it. Alright, that wraps up the SSN in a much faster time than I expected, to be honest. This is Mina, right? So for those not in the know, Mina is from Sun and Moon. Oh, hi there. Yeah, I mean, so I've been to yoga classes. Maybe they're not good yoga classes. But like in college, I took yoga, morning yoga, and I didn't particularly like it. I did some yoga classes at my gym nearby here as I was building up to my marathon to try to improve my core and balance a little bit. And after that, after the marathon, I was like, I don't like it though. And I don't want to have to drive 15 minutes on Monday and Wednesday nights to do something that I don't enjoy. So I just go running instead. Huzzah! Alright, now, so I think they changed the puzzle here, and I don't know what the puzzle is. Let's fight all the guys first, but... It's like they've colored a couple of these trash cans. I don't remember one just because it's been a little while since I played through this the first time. I don't remember if it's just the red and the blue are the switch or what. But I remember when I played through it, I was like, wait, what? And then I fought Lieutenant Surge. This should be a pretty easy gym. I've got Dig onto my dudes. Well, one dude and one lady. And I've got Bellary to resist. So all my strongest team members are pretty well suited to this gym. So I think we'll get farther than I expected here. I think we might even get to the entrance to Rock Tunnel in this session. Oh, major failure, dude. Yeah, being a runner in Seattle, you don't have much choice in running in the cold, because it's going to be, you know, low 40s, high 30s most of the time. I know, again, compared to many parts of the country, that's not that bad, but when it's like that for several months at a time, it's dreary. It's been difficult this past week just because the snow on the ground means that some parts, and you're never sure what parts, are going to be a little bit slippery. Which makes running harder, believe it or not, when you don't have sure footing. Alright, doing well so far here. Do wish Dig wasn't a 2-turn move, but we'll make do. Ah! I bet that was RNG out to get me. Ah! Yeah, I heard Chicago was having some issues, for sure. You know, that's why I'm putting so many disclaimers on this Seattle snowpocalypse here, because, like, the Midwest has been having actual problems. Seattle has been having Seattle problems. Oh, so close to that level up. Alright, let's see if I can solve the mystery of this puzzle. I wonder if it's the 2 trash cans that don't have any trash in them. Well, I guess not. Yeah, so I don't know if the colored barrels are a hint. But it looks like the switches don't reset after each failure. So, like, I don't know what the puzzle is here. I don't understand it. Because they put in these colored trash cans that don't seem to have anything to do with the puzzle. And am I making something out of nothing? What's happening here? Like, it got nerfed, but also there's a red and blue herring, I guess. Can someone, please, and I promise not to get all snippy when you prove that you're smarter than me, someone please explain what happened to this puzzle. I don't understand it. Alright, let's see how this goes. These might be 2 KOs with the dig. Especially if he's putting up barriers. It is neat that they've gone thematic, like, pointed out that thematic aspect of he's putting up barriers in terms of both his puzzle and his battle strategy. I think that's neat. And I think it's especially interesting because he is a war veteran. And that's like a really powerful statement about post-traumatic stress disorder. You ever say one of those things as a joke and then you think about it, it's like, well, what if though? That was my, like, with Sun and Moon, when Sun and Moon came out, I was like, you know what, if I wanted to, I could make a pretty funny Freudian reading of this whole multi-dimension thing, because that thing that they're coming out of kind of looks like a vagina. And there's the whole motherhood aspect between Lucamine and her children. And, oh wait, I'm actually doing that now. That's always frickin' Freudian readings with me. Oh, it's parched steel. Ooh, Snack has a bite. Oh, he's probably gonna revive. Or, heal, though, so just go with the dig. Yeah, it's weird, because Lieutenant Surge was originally the Lightning American, but then they named Poke US, or Poke New York, Univa, so got weird. Yeah, the whole Pokemon's relationship to the real world thing got a little bit weird at a certain point, because again, the original games, you could go into the space station in or the Space Museum in Pewter City and be like, oh hey, there's the Challenger shuttle, or whichever one it was. And like, here's a person talking about the exact date of the real life moon landing. And, you know, it was set in the Kanto region, which, you know, every region is based in some way on a real life location, but the Kanto region is actually called Kanto. And then they started spinning off into their own fantasy world. It's like, come on, cowards. Make it a legit AU. That's a strong quick attack. Yowza. Should be able to take one. Ooh, if it's another Thunderbolt, I might not. Ah. Alright. Let's live dangerously. It's gonna go very poorly. I'm probably gonna have to use a revive. Yeah, yeah. Alright, let's bring back Bellary. Bellary's most likely to be able to take a hit, so... Good to know that he isn't going to use any more healing items, though. It's reassuring. Hooah! Down zone. And heck, Zubam will get some experience. Ain't that nice? I'd be down for UK as the basis for Gen 8. I'd be curious, kind of exactly the size that they would go for. Would they include, like, all of the islands up there? Would they include Ireland? Or would they just go for England? Or, you know, how would they do it? Alright, what TM did I get? I don't even remember. Yeah, we got his autograph. Kicks butt. Alright, Thunderbolt. Let's get some Bolt Beam up in here. Who's better special-wise? Special attack sucks. So they're the same. But Dora Jr. has a negative nature on her special attack, so... I think some King Pun is gonna get our Bolt Beam. You can obviously change it later, so... I never use double kick. It's good against... Dig is also good against rock types. I don't need horn attack. So far, no one in chat has explained what happened to this puzzle. No one has explained the logic of it to me. What is the mystery of these barrels? Oh, look, Misty's back. I could do Diglett's Cave. That's true. Let's do that. Yeah, Harsh, like... This is a silly game, I'm not gonna lie, but still enjoyed it more than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so. Alright, Sean, maybe you can explain this to me. What the heck happened to the Vermilion Gym puzzle? Like, they added colored trash cans that don't seem to have any correlation to the location of the switches. What is going on? Was there a clue that I just didn't catch on to? I trust you to be an expert in this game. Oh, right. It's probably good that I went here. Do I need to have caught a certain number of Pokemon to get Flash? Frickin' hope not. Okay, thank goodness. Cool beans. So one thing I should probably do is take a swing by Mount Moon and grab a Moonstone. Is there 1 or 2 Moonstones in Mount Moon? Oh, but I wanted to... When's the next Moonstone? Let's Google this. Moonstone, let's go. I'm looking for a site that I actually know, but... Oh, they respawn every 24 hours in Mount Moon, and there are 2 in there. Yeah, I'm gonna swing by Mount Moon and grab Moonstones. I'm not going to use them yet, but may as well grab them now while I'm sort of in the area. You know what? Let's give... let's give Dora Jr. some time out in the sun. Oh, there's a leaf stone. I don't need to get one from Celadon Department Store. Awesome. Hey, good to finally catch you here. We're about to take a swing by Mount Moon and grab some moonstones because I forgot to do that when we were there before. Don't need them just yet, but we're grabbing them. And the really great thing is, since we're just running around the overworld, we don't have to get into any combat. It's amazing. I do hope that they carry over the overworld wild Pokemon mechanics in future games. Even mainstream games, I think, would be good. Mainline, I should say. Wait a second. Haha, we don't need those at all, really. We prefer the term HM minion, actually. But you know what? The Eevee gets to hang out in the fresh air and not in a dark, lonely PC box. So I'm calling that a win. Unlike some Kakunas I know. But yeah, it is having Eevee there is a constant reminder of, like, you are not using your mascot Pokemon. Okay, I'm double checking the location on these moonstones. Okay, and second level basements. Got it. I wonder if I have any escape ropes. Those would be really cool. There's one. So I think Sean was saying earlier that the two moves coming up by level up for Nidorino at least are Toxic and Poison Jab in terms of level up moves. Nidorino, I'm not sure. Get away from me, not Zubam. Okay, alright. Yeah, Fearing Shack and Horn Drill. Not really interested. Not really a thing I'm concerned about. You just give me balls, right? I don't need you. So one thing I'm wondering about that I don't recall is if Nidoking or Nidoqueen are rideable Pokemon, overworld rideable Pokemon. Because I know Rhydon is, which, amazingly, appropriately enough, you can ride on Rhydon. And I feel like Nidoking and Nidoqueen would also fit a similar archetype, but I don't know. Ghastly is probably going to be the next one. I'm guessing that Ghastly will take Sneck's place, just because, as I was saying, Sneck doesn't have much of a niche right now, whereas everyone else kind of does. But Ghastly and Coughing, I think, are the only Pokemon, the only poison types left available to me. So, and like Coughing, I don't think we'll really go for Coughing. So I mean, Coughing is neat, but it's you know, not an offensive powerhouse. It's a very much defense oriented, and that's less interesting for in-game play. Then again, I did want to replace Ostrich, so who knows. Okay, and ride Haunter. I can't get Gengar because I don't have Switch Online, so I'll ride Haunter. That's okay. Totally alright with that. That'll be next episode, most likely. Yes, Harsh, speak to me of your secrets. Tell me about these frickin' trash cans. I feel like the barrels in the back are gonna be somehow clues to this whole operation, but I cannot figure it out. They narrow down which switch is the second one? How do they do that? I mean, is it that it's not either of those, so that if the first switch is adjacent to one, you know it's not that one? They don't tell you which ones to interact with. They are, in fact, the exact ones that you do not interact with. Maybe I'm just being obtuse and I'm not understanding what you're saying, but I do not understand what is being communicated here. Maybe I would need to try a bunch of different permutations of that puzzle and see, but... That's some strong acid, dude. She even gave me 420. Amazing. Perfect. Exactly as planned. Yeah, Zubat is much more fragile than you would expect when you are using one, and much more durable than you would expect when you're fighting one. What a large guy. And again, I seem to be roughly on track level-wise with all the opponents. So I got Valerie at 22, and I've got the Sonics at 22. It's weird. It's like there's a level curve. It's like they actually designed an okay level curve. It's weird. Yeah, but like, I've talked about this before, how in Gen 6, when they introduced the experience share as it is now, the level curve was just nonsense. First trash can is always next to one of the two colored trash cans. I mean, in this permutation, it was diagonal from one of the colored trash cans, which I suppose you could consider next to, although it's not traditionally considered as such. That's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's still like 10 choices. It's not really narrowing it down. And there's nothing really communicating that to the player. Because again, a player's going to see a colored trash cans and be like, oh, I'm going to interact with those colored trash cans. Whatever logic they were using to design that puzzle did not communicate to the player. No, Jim Guy did not talk about it. I talked to him, like, when you're watching the VOD of this, people watching this in the future, you can rewatch what Jim Guy says, and he just talks about how there's barriers. He does not talk at all about the colored cans. And like, I'm getting worked up at this partly for the comedy of the situation, but partly because it just doesn't make any sense. And like, it's easy enough to solve. I think there are fewer trash cans than they were in the original game. But it's just, I don't understand it. I don't know about QR teams for Gen 7. I remember I used some QR codes to encounter, special wild Pokemon, which I never quite followed exactly the logic on. Yeah, it is a trash puzzle, Harsh. Good, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Someone needed to. I wasn't thinking well enough to come up with it. Yeah, probably not. Let's go back to Valerie. Yeah, Valerie's gonna get even farther ahead in level curve. That's okay. Ho ho. Man, I miss Trubbish. Trubbish gets a bad rap. Garbodor I'm less keen on, but Trubbish, I like Trubbish. Turn your team into a QR code to share online for battle spot and facility use. It's not open, you have to add someone on the PGL and get a QR code that only works in your game. So, it's like friend codes. Yeah, stalling is boring in-game, unfortunately. Yeah, I try to go for less used Pokemon in my playthroughs. I remember there was a comment on one of my videos a while back saying, "Man, Datai always picks the coolest teams," or something along those lines. It's like, I'm glad someone said that, because I do put generally, Poison Monotype notwithstanding, I put a lot of thought into trying to highlight some more interesting Pokemon in my teams, which is how I ended up with Eevee in my Y playthrough. It's like, who the hell is going to use an Avalugg if not me? Hey, Steve. Welcome to the Bellary Power Hour. Don't dig again, don't dig again. Maybe I should have restocked on ordinary potions. And super potions, I suppose. I'm spoiled by later generations having the marts in the Pokemon centers. Old school Mawile for life. I liked Mawile before she was cool. Dunsparce and Farfetch'd are two Pokemon that are just kind of going to be hanging out in the annals of history. Just chilling, not doing much. Could really do with Double Kick doing just slightly more damage. Oh, I did not know that Farfetch'd got a boost in Gen 7. That's good to know. 27 or 25 attack boost is not a small amount. I thought most of the increases were like 10, but 25, pretty good. Because I mean, like Farfetch'd just got the stick in Gen 3, and I guess it got this stat boost in Gen 7. Every once in a while, someone remembers it exists. But there are certain, when you're also throwing in a Mega Rayquaza, no Farfetch'd is going to stack up there. .90 attack, that's respectable. For sure. And Ostrich not doing much. Let's see what happens here. A lot of digging happening. A lot of digging. Gotta be concerned about them digs, since I'm so poison-oriented. That would have been decent if I didn't take frickin' 60% damage. Let's go Zubam. Zubam's not gonna care about any digging. Now that was just a bad move, my guy. A poor choice, my dude. Haha! I've got my Diglett counter. Did Stick come in Gen 2, not Gen 3? I was not aware of that. Grant said, when the heck are you gonna get a Farfetch'd in Gen 2? I don't even know when or where it is available. Okay, this Fearow could actually be kind of fearsome. Slightly concerned. Although I did forget I had Thunderbolt now. Oh, there are Farfetch'd there. Yeah, right by Eckerteak. Forgot about that, because I'm always so focused on the Tauros and the Miltank. I mean, the real MVP of people confused about what generation it was introduced in is Azurill, which I believe is a Gen 3 Pokemon, which was a baby to a Gen 2 Pokemon, even though Gen 2 is what introduced baby Pokemon. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to make a potion run. Carnivine's Gen 4. I know this because of the anime. Yeah, Sean, you may not be aware, but because I don't know which series of mine you've followed, but in my Black 2 Blind stream, I believe it was when Meryl evolved into a Azumarill, the Alex, I think, Alex changed genders. So I've seen it happen. I have video documentation, which I think is cool. I think back to Zubam here. Yeah, I'm sad that it got fixed in Gen 6. I think that was a neat quirk of the system that, you know, maybe it caused some issues for the breeding system. I don't know. But yeah, the Black 2 Blind stream was kind of what burned me out of doing videos for a while, because it was basically just streaming for most of a day for several days in a row until I beat the game. And that was just a really exhausting experience that I did not enjoy in any way. And then frickin' Dark-Sided Ben, he loves that series. And he brings it up to me on many an occasions. Like, I don't know what you see in this series. It's like, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, so like the Civilization series, they had the issue, originally a bug, with Gandhi going nuclear, and then they embraced it because they're goofy and fun. And like, they kept the Meryl thing for 10 years, and then fixed it. What is it about Basculin? I don't understand. He's gonna watch this VOD later, and he's gonna feel called out, and he should feel called out. What is the deal with the Basculin? I'm gonna get a freaking Snapchat immediately when he watches this part. It's gonna be a picture of Basculin. Don't think I don't know your game, Ben. I know how you work. Man, the Slacketh only run was like 50% not doing anything. Because in addition to Truant, I think is actually how you pronounce it, the healing, the excess healing that is necessary because of Truant, just wasted even more time. So frickin', there was a nonsense nothing. Oh, so it was an accidental fix. Somehow that's even more on brand for Game Freak. Oh man, I remember Brown. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Brown was originally meant to lead into a Pokemon Stadium playthrough, but then freaking Cool Boy, man, started sending me betas of the updated version that had all these mechanical changes and new Pokemon. It's like, well, there goes that idea. It ended up a lot cooler than my original idea, but I was originally going to use my Brown team in Stadium and go through, like, the cups there. But instead I became an accidental beta tester. I still maintain that 80 is the best number for a playthrough length. Look at all these guys. So here's a little actually added bit of story. We've got, complete with music cue, Lorelei of the Elite Four. I'm not sure if I still have that Link's Awakening patch. I would not have intentionally deleted it, but I would have to look through my my hard drive. Let's see. It's several computers ago, so we'll see. So I mean, I have a looking through my hard drive. You know, I still have a .gbc file for Legend of Zelda, The Link's Awakening DX. And it seems like it was modified in September 2010. So that is probably the modified version of Link's Awakening that Adam sent me. But I don't know if I have a patch of it. I think I just have that modified version of the game itself. So yeah, I think it's neat that they have this earlier introduction of Lorelei. it's kind of the only one of the sort that they do. And ultimately, I don't think it's quite as effective as, like, the Sebai Island stuff in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Since that was kind of a more involved quest. But, yeah. Yeah, Harsh, so the modified version of Link's Awakening that Adam, Cool Boy Man, hooked me up with was that originally in Link's Awakening, whenever you collected a power acorn or a piece of power or whatever the heck they are, it would do a really repetitive, annoying piece of music, and it happened a lot. And I complained about it on the playthrough. I was like, man, this kind of stinks, because the game has pretty good music. And so, you know, Adam, being a ROM hacker extraordinaire, fixed it. And I think he might also have decreased the frequency of those appearing. I'm not sure. It's been like 9 years, but it definitely made for a more pleasurable auditory experience. How do we do it on health here? Oh, we're all healed. Ha! Dope. Let's Thunderbolt this guy. Let's tee this bird. For those of you not in the know, by the way, if you're not following Adam on Twitter, he is making his own kind of monster collecting style game that they launched the official Twitter account for, I believe, earlier this year. Still very much in production, putting together initial ideas, but it's worth knowing that he's, you know, making his own original games, moved past ROM hacking. Hey, there's Toxic already. Didn't know that was coming out early. Alright, so what I'm thinking, we'll fight this this coach trainer, or whatever the hell they're called, I can never remember. We'll go back to Cerulean, grab some items, heal up at this Pokemon Center, and then we will call it a stream. So I don't think we're going to make it through the cave in 20 minutes. And I don't want this to go over 2 hours. And it looks like we haven't had any bitrate issues and stuttering issues this time around, which is good. Very happy about that. I think reducing the resolution to 720 helped out there. I probably would have played more Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon if they were on Switch, if only because of the novelty of them going HD. You can really tell that the Gen 7 games are struggling to run on at least original 3DS hardware. So, like, if Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon looked like Let's Go, that novelty, personally, would have probably been enough for me to at least finish the game, rather than, like, make two attempts and never get past the third island. It would have also been, you know, good if they were, you know, even remotely different from the original release, but, you know, we can't have everything. Yeah, so if Gen 8, first off, Gen 8 should be on Switch. I think they've already confirmed something along those lines. If Gen 8 has less massive walls of text and actually runs at a stable 30, 60 would be great, but a stable 30, like, just a Switch is much more enjoyable console to play on, even than a 3DS. So I'd be down with that. I mean, I also want them to be good games. So. It's like, I think, not to go on a whole rant here, because I haven't totally thought this out, but I think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon got a little bit overloaded with the amount of story that was in there. And going back to Let's Go here is refreshing, because there's a lot of parts where you can just play Pokemon and not read a bunch of cutscene text. Can I get Brick Break at this juncture? Not yet. I suspect that Nidoking will be able to. I mean, I definitely want to replay Coliseum and XD at some point. I just don't have a console to play them on easily available to me right now. And I think I mentioned this on a previous stream, you know, their cables are like, oh, they don't have HDMI out, so I would love to play those on Switch or emulator. But I kind of don't expect them to get ported. They were not super popular or beloved, I don't think. Oh, right, I'm going to the Mart. Yeah, they're not made by Game Freak, they're made by Genius Sonority, who... Have they made any Pokemon-adjacent games since Pokemon Battle Revolution? Let's see here. Oh, I can buy so many! Do I have any full heals? Oh, I got full heals! This is the part where I don't have any more money problems. I think I got a nugget, so I'll grab a couple more revives. Oh, they made Pokemon Shuffle. Okay, well, that's... Clearly we're gonna get Pokemon Shuffle on the Switch, then. But even that was a while ago, so I don't know. Could sell all these things. Yeah, I might get another revive out of selling these. Oh, okay, so they absorbed, Game Freak absorbed Lodge Genius Sonority, okay. So that's like not the worst thing that could have happened, actually. I do wish that we had more Pokemon games that were a little bit more out there. Alright, I gotta sell something. I gotta sell something here. Escape rope? No. Eevee candies? No, those aren't worth the money. As much as it pains me to not have 222 there. Yeah, I still don't use X items. Don't really deem them necessary. Shadow Mewtwo is a thing? In the same way that Shadow Lugia is a thing? For Pokken. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I have not played any Pokken whatsoever, and you know what? I will give credit to Game Freak. I don't think Game Freak developed Pokken, but they allowed Pokken to be a thing, and I think it's neat that they've got a Tekken-style fighting game in the Pokemon franchise. They are willing to do things that are a little bit different, a little bit weird. Wow, look at those Fearow. Big birds. Yeah, that lady, they need to, like, fix their house, probably. Alright, and I think that's basically gonna wrap up this stream, this installment in our Poison Monotype challenge. Actually working out pretty alright, other than... I think Zubam's actually starting to become a more valuable member of the team. Snack, kind of shaky. Ostrich, still kind of shaky. In the next episode, we'll take a tour through Rock Tunnel. We'll get to Pokemon Tower. We will probably catch a Ghastly or a Haunter, depends on what we run into first. And that will be next Friday. So thank you all for watching. Tentacool, I keep forgetting about Tentacool. Thank you all for watching. It's been great to have you. And I will see y'all next time.